Um, Hello guys, bear with me. Only take a second. I'll be with you in a minute, and I have my friend in the background playing FIFA, but let's not focus on him. Let's focus on us. So hello guys, officially we've begun. Everyone has hit me up saying, Ahiz, you have to start a podcast. Ahiz, you have to start a podcast. And I just put a few things together, and yeah, here we are in the middle of the heat wave, in the middle of crazy things happening in the world, in the middle of, in the middle of a lot of crazy things happening. Basically, yeah, I said that before, but I say it again. What's up? Yeah, I'm a very opinionated person, and everyone has always been like, Ahiz, why don't you make a podcast? Ahiz, why don't you make a podcast? As a matter of fact, I don't even have a name for this podcast right now, but it's about starting, right? Let's start. So yeah, I've said the name Ahiz a couple of times, so by now you guys should know your host is yours truly, Ahiz. And yeah, this podcast is just something that it's going to be interactive in time, and I'm going to be solo, but I might have guests. I have a lot of guests who are going to come in. I have a lot of guests who are going to come in. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be very interactive, I promise you. And there's a word you guys are going to be hearing from me a lot. You guys, I'm begging in advance. The word is called Malarkey. You get me? Malarkey. You guys are going to be hearing it a lot. It's a synonym for nonsense, but instead of saying nonsense, why don't you say nonsense in the classy way? I mean, you get. So let me just start with the basic topic. I live in the UK. I'm based in the UK, and right now, like I'm sure as most people must have heard, it's the heat wave right now going on. It's been crazy, I promise you. Like, my friend is by my side playing video games. We got ice block, ice cream. I opened up the windows, opened up my doors. It's really hot, and I'm like, I came from Nigeria. Like, why should this bother me? You get me? Why should this bother me? And I called my folks in Nigeria. I asked them, what is the weather? Like, what's the degree of the weather? Bro, in Lagos, as at what's today's date? 19th of July. In Lagos, 26 degrees. Bro, in the UK it was 36 degrees. 36. The heat is crazy. It's crazy. If you have ice creams, lick it. If you have ice blocks, chew on it. If you have fans, please utilize it. It's crazy. Like, it literally feels like we're burning from the inside out. And it's wild, man. It's crazy. I thought I could stand it because I'm Nigerian and I'm African, but it's crazy, man. The fire was, I said the fire. Can you see? The heat was more than I could have anticipated. It's more than I could have anticipated. But aside that, let me. I had a topic on my mind I wanted to address, and it's about us. It's about stuff that happens in Lagos from the perspective of a lady. I never thought of it, but until she brought it to my, attention, I thought about it and I realized that it just might be true. She complained bitterly to me, talking about due to the stereotypes of folks, due to the stereotypes of people and all that type of things, of women actually on the island. Most women are treated as runs girls or prostitutes on the island compared to the mainland. And she complained about it, and I was like, are you sure you're not exaggerating? And she brought up valid points, saying when she goes out with her boyfriend, people don't even pay her the simple respect of greeting her, as long as she's with a guy. You know, patriarchy is something that is deeply rooted in the Nigerian society. You get me? But it's a topic most people avoid because I think there's a thin line between patriarchy and tradition in Nigeria. Patriarchy and respect, patriarchy and how we were brought up. And we have to find distinction between this line because it helps in ruining the society. This is 2022. If you see a lady with a man on the island, you shouldn't go judge a book by its cover or go stereotypical or try to act like the lady is not there. She was complaining bitterly to me about how when it's time for the others, they just focus on the guy and ignore them completely, like ignore the ladies like they don't exist. These are people's wives, these are people's girlfriends, these are people basically. You should respect everyone irrespective of what you think they are there for. You understand? Like, when are we going to stop doing these things? When? As a society, we have to be better. And I'm here actually to touch on the uncomfortable topics, to be 100%, to like talk about things people might think or might not realize most people go through. That's a bit of my purpose in starting this pod. You get me? It's crazy. It's crazy. She gave me an example, like a personal story of when she was in a cab with her man. You know, I don't even want to share because when she told me, I was like, wow. And girls go through this again and again and again. But where's the platform? They only say these amongst them, themselves, their girls, their friends.
This is Malarkey.
This is Malarkey. This is Malarkey. This is the Malarkey I'm talking about.
Calm down. I've never seen you this serious. In your life, I've never seen you this serious.
My friend is trying his best to ruin the podcast.
What did they do to you, to your downside?
Let's pay no mind to him. Okay, he's going to be a guest later on the second pod. I'm trying to shoot 3. I'm not even going to tell you guys what I'm trying to do, but like, this is what we are talking about. This is what we as a people should come together to fight. The men in the society, we should actually stand up for the ladies. The men in establishments should respect the women who patronize their establishments. You should not justify or jump into conclusions. Women deserve respect too. Women deserve basic respect. Understanding that is key. Let me give you a short story. Back when I was in Nigeria, I was driving. I was being taught how to drive by my mom. You know, the Nigerian household now, my dad doesn't have anyone's time, you know. So I went to driving school, but obviously I wasn't serious. You get me? And my mom was teaching me how to drive on the streets of our house. And I'll never forget this. I would never forget this. A bike man passed us as I was learning how, as I was on the steering. My mom leaned over trying to, help me and teach me the things to do. A bike man passed and he shouted, it was like, "You be man and you let woman, they teach you how to drive." Bro, I'm in a car, my mom's car. She's teaching me how to drive in her car. A man who is on a bike, who does not even have a car, who is riding bikes for a living, and respect to all bike men. I'm just talking about this particular one. Still, respect to him. He's shouting and trying to shame me for the fact that my mother was teaching me how to drive her car. Do you understand how crazy? If you don't understand how crazy patriarchy is in Nigeria, please just process that. Person where they buy, they shout to people where they inside car, say, am I not supposed to be ashamed that my mom is saying a woman they teach me how to drive? But that's my mom, bro. She taught me how to walk. She taught me how to eat. She taught me how to talk. And I'm sure his mom did too. But now, I'm supposed to be ashamed because she's teaching me how to drive. Do you see these things don't make any sense? We need to give women more respect in our society. We need to consider them. We need to understand that they are the foundation for every good society. A woman is the foundation for every proper society. They make the world go round. And until we understand that as a society, unfortunately, we are going to wallow in what we call, but I don't even know what to call it. We are just going to wallow and be left behind by other countries in the developing world. That's why they make this quick pod, man, and drop something like for you guys to think about. And I'm sure when most people listen to this, a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this. Like, you think of that time, like, oh, I remember when I was on the island and I was treated this way. You know, segregation, classism, all these things in Nigeria. For what, bro? For what? Man, like I said, this is where I'm supposed to say my, like I said, I've not named this yet, and this is where I'm supposed to say my outro. But, you know, I just want us to ponder on this, think about it, and, you know, it starts from you. It starts from me. If we're going to change how our society is going to look for our kids, it starts from us. It starts from you and I. It's on us as a people to make a change. You know, I'm a big hip hop head, so if I, you know, put in some lines from Tupac, I mean, pardon me, but it's on us to make a change. To be honest, no one is going to make it for us besides us. Thank you guys for listening to the first official pod that I've not even named yet. You get me? Yeah.